Okay, Kim, I see you want to talk about one of our new features that came out in InfoScale 7.1 called Securing Data at Rest. What can you tell us about it?
It's really been a feature which has been asked for a long time. And what we do here is that we have our volume manager delivering enhanced security through encryptions of volumes or disk groups. We're using the use case for this is really unauthorized access to the disk or when we retire a disk. So that's really where we use this. Retiring disk means that when a disk is done, it has to be thrown out. Today they had to rewrite, if it's secure data, they really had to write zeros and ones to delete all data on the disk. With an encrypted disk or volume, they can just throw it out without any problems. So that's kind of been the use case and what's been asked for a long time. We're using 256-bit encryption through the Federal Information Processing Standard, also called FIPS. That's kind of the standard we're using in Volume Manager. So what we can see here is we have volumes which can be encrypted, or we can also have a mix of volumes which are encrypted, and we can also have some which is not encrypted, where we can read the data as usual. They can be set up into disk group, which also can, so when we do the encryption, it can either be on volumes or on the disk group level. If you do it on the disk group level, all the volumes underneath the disk group will be encrypted. So up here we have a mix of encrypted and non-encrypted volumes or disk groups, which can be served up to the application and to the servers. So how are we going to do this? So when we create a new volume or a new disk group, we can go in and set the encryption attribute in VXVM by a CLI command, or we can also do it through Virta's InfoScale Operation Manager. There's a tab when you create a new volume or a new disk group. There's a small tab where you make a check mark and the volumes or the disk group will be encrypted. What will happen then is that the VXVM will generate an encryption key. And that's kind of what we need when we're doing the encryption of the volumes. So VXVM will secure the key, and it has two ways to save this key here, either using passphrases or key management server, also called KMS. Using passphrases is really a manual process. So you get the key, and you generate a kind of a key wrap out of this, and you have to save that key manually. So that's kind of writing it down, saving it in a vault, or you can also have it in a file which is not very secure. So during a boot of a system, you have to manually enter that key into the system. So you can imagine that that's not something you do in a highly automated environment. It's mainly on a single server. You have some important data you want to encrypt. You can do it in that way. In larger enterprise environment, you will use the key management server, also called KMS, and we're using a protocol there to handshake between the VXVM when we do a boot. So VXVM will go out and require the key from the key management server, and we'll use it to synchronize it with the volume record, where it has the key set in there. So it's kind of the way that we ensuring that our data is prohibited to be accessed by unauthorized personnel, or we can just throw out our disk when they are ready to retire. So that's really about our securing data at rest.
Great. Fantastic. I appreciate you taking us through this at this point, Kim. Thanks for getting us through how to secure data at rest.
Thank you.